What's going on, everybody? Today's video, we're going to kind of do a part 2 for our traveling for 3-gun. We're going to sort of do like a what's in my bag style video, but specifically for a 3-gun competition where you have to get on a plane, because I'm going to bring quite a bit more stuff if I'm working out of my van. So we're going to do this one in reverse, because I just flew home from Texas from the Vortex shootout, and this is the bag that just came off the plane. I need to unpack it. I'm not flying for any more matches this year. And as much as I love everybody, I'm not going to repack a whole bag to fly for a match I'm not going to fly for. So if you want the how I fly thing, it's going to be backwards. So before we get to that, we're going to cover a few things that are going to go in the checked bag, or go in the carry-on, excuse me, that aren't going to go in the checked bag. If you're going home, it's important to note that the first place trophy will definitely put you overweight. So that has to go in the check bag or in the carry-on, because you know that ain't good. The other stuff that I put in the carry-on for both ways is my ear pro. So right now I'm rocking some Peltors. These guys, because I double plug, because at this point I have pretty bad tinnitus. Take care of ears, especially if you're shooting open guns with extreme comps. Razor range-finding monocular. This guy goes in the carry-on bag as well. My Kestrel usually actually goes in here, but I was pretty tight on like coming back. And then the little hat cam, and that's it. Oh, and then this guy here. So this is it's a Weebad. I think it's like the half pint pump pillow or something like that. It's not the full size pump pillow, but it's half one. It's super light, but I always actually take this in my carry-on bag because it makes for a nice pillow. So if you need to catch some Z's in the airport, it's pretty fantastic for that. So get all this stuff out of the way so we got some room to work with. Now, important considerations here. I have a little short kind of NRS style strap. I use this strap to just run it through the end pocket of this duffel bag. This is a 120 liter duffel bag with kind of everything that I don't need cut off of it, because I'm really trying to save weight. And I use this to put through this and then put through the handle of my rolling rifle case. That way I can just put this on top and easily roll it around. These straps on top are to compress everything. So if I have like shotgun mags, things like that in there that I don't want to get all jostled around and sideways and then smashed into stuff, it just kind of compresses the whole bag a little bit, because this particular pack doesn't have like normal kind of side compression straps. But what this also does is lets me throw my check bag on top and just run these right over the top of all of that. So all of my stuff getting to baggage check is just like one big thing. I don't have a backpack and rolling stuff and all these things to kind of deal with, because rolling 150 pounds of gear is way easier than rolling 100 pounds of gear and carrying 50 pounds of gear. So take these guys off. I just kind of daisy chain these just to make them a little bit shorter so they don't snag on stuff. Now let's see. Okay, open her up, and then in the lid here, we're gonna have a couple things. We're gonna have our TSA lock, which I just realized this second I didn't put on the bag, so clearly that's not all that important. We're gonna have our pocket knife, because you can't take it with you onto the airplane, and you need a knife to cut the zip tie off of your rifle case, which they will put on at most airports. So if you want to get in a rifle case when you land, you have to have a knife in order to do it. And then our what are these things called? Air tag, so you know where your bag is at all times. Those are pretty darn nice. Now we're into the meat and potatoes. We got our kind of lightweight medium duffel here. This is what I use on the range for all of my shotgun stuff. So I roll with 5 shotgun mags for the Dissident. I have 2 20s and 3 13s. So those and all of my sort of shotgun mag accessories, the couple waist clips in the front one, will go in here. And it's, you know, it's nice and light, but they just take up a lot of space. So this just kind of contains them on the range. It's easy to sort of like deal with that, keep it all together. Just kind of the lightest pistol case that I happen to have available. I think this is actually a laptop sleeve, but it works out just fine. I just want something that if I'm on a range where I have to like move my pistol around bagged separately, I just want something to be able to do that so I don't have to carry it in the whole rifle shotgun case. This is the bottom half of my bag that goes on the rifle. I have a little frame thing that mounts on top of this guy, so it just hangs from the rifle when I'm shooting. And then this also works as a rear bag where you can lay it on top of stuff. If I'm overweight with this bag, this will usually be the first thing to come out of this bag and then go into my carry-on, because it is like a little bit heavy. I should actually get some lighter fill for that. Then I got my shooting shoes, put those down there. I got this 20-round mag that I managed to lose for like half the match. I just found it. My knee pads, those came in handy on one stage. My hat, it's still with us. It's kind of dying, but it's hanging in there. This is a cleaning kit, and it's pretty much just like a super stripped down version of what I normally have. So I got a handful of rags in here. I have my little cleaning kit there. We got some brushes, some patches, a bunch of Q-tips, things along those lines. One brush. We got our little extendable Otis thingamajigger so we can swap out our chamber. We got our bolt cleaning tool, bolt and bolt carrier cleaning tool, and that is it. And I'm going to add, this guy out of the way for a second, if I can find it. I don't know where I put it. Anyways, somewhere around here is a castle nut tool, which I'm going to add because I had a castle nut come loose on my Dissident, and that was a bummer. Luckily, Robbie from Briley helped me out. Thanks, Robbie. Let's see what else we got. Then we got our belt. I usually roll with it just like this. I just put the inner belt inside of the outer belt and put it in there. This is also a pretty good thing that you can move to your carry-on bag if you're tight on weight, because this is pretty heavy. It's probably like 2 pounds or something. You can travel with this. Nobody knows what it is. And then, pretty sure, and then this is just a stuff sack that some of my ammo was shipped in. And then that's just some garbage, and that's just some garbage. So everything else is inside of my range bag here. What a mess. Okay, that's out of the way. Now we're just down to the range bag. So I've gone through a bunch of different range bags. I landed on the Everlystock. I cannot remember for the life of me what this thing is called. But it's the backpack one that has the hard bottom on it. So when you lay it down, it opens up with like a camera bag. I'm not sponsored by these guys. I paid for it. I have like at least 4 Everlystock bags. They're all super good, super worth it. Very, very well thought out bags. But the way that I rig this guy for travel, this isn't necessarily how I use it on the range, but this is how I rig it for travel, is I'll these kind of extendable side pocket, they're not even pockets, they're just sort of like straps that hold this big flap on. I'll put my long shotgun mags in there so they just kind of stay contained, they don't get twisted and banged around and stuff. And then I'll also put my tripod in there. So I rocked the Ridge View for this match with a little add-on ball head that I got. This is plenty stable for the tripod stuff that we do in 3-gun shooting, and it saves me a couple pounds over the switchback. So if I'm tight on weight, this is the one that I'll go with, and it suited me just fine there. And then got one on the other side. Same deal. There is my other big shotgun mag. Now we're going to close these guys down. And I'll show you what all's in here. So, in this pocket, rain cover that just fits over this whole bag. So, if at this match specifically, we weren't working out of a car, we had to walk back and forth to all of our stuff for all the stages, or most of the stages, anyways. And if it was going to rain, like it sometimes does in Texas, we had a tornado touchdown between where I was staying and the range. So it gets real spicy out there sometimes. Rain cover's super nice tool to just put over your bag, keep your stuff dry. So always roll with that. Rifle sling. This is a GSW first aid kit, so I got a couple tourniquets, a bunch of gauze, trauma shears, some athletic tape, a couple other things in here. So, you know, if anybody does get shot or, you know, anything similar to that happens, at least I have some sort of reasonably stocked first aid kit to deal with that. In this pocket, I put my 2 rifle mag pouches. And then on the other side, this pocket normally contains my holster. So all these pockets sort of have like belt stuff. So when I get done with the stage, I can strip it off, put them back in these pockets, and then I know what's supposed to be in each pocket, and that lets me know that all of my stuff made it back to my bag. Normally my holster lives in this pocket, but it flies in my rifle case because I spent a bunch of money having a custom holster built and I don't want it all smashed up. In this pocket are 4 pistol pouches. And in this pocket, Targets USA tape dispenser roll thing. I hate having just like big strings of paste or tape. It's very annoying. And some work gloves for setting steel. Reset like you mean it. In the top, this is kind of the random stuff pocket. Sunscreen, mandatory. Just a little cut up piece of old Matt shirt as a rag because you need to wipe stuff off. Sunglass wipe. Sunshade. Hat cam mount. CR 2032 battery cover for a battery that I had to replace. Another sunglass wipe. Just kind of has sunglass wipes all over the place. They're super handy. That's it for the top. And we'll kind of open this up a bit so everybody can take a good look. So this is why I love this pack, because one, it has some structure to it. You lay it down on its back, so you're not laying it on the pack straps all the time. And then when you open it up, it's just like a nice big organized thing. So this is not what it looks like when I'm actually on the range. So these big shotgun mags are in that duffel bag there. And then whatever I'm not using, I actually fly with another just like super light kind of, you know, cheap $10 Walmart duffel. And that's just anything that I'm not planning on using for that day. And it just lives in the car just in case crazy stuff happens. I'm like, oh shoot, turns out I actually want my knee pads. I didn't think I needed them that day. They're in the car. So a lot of the stuff, like, you know, torque wrench, I'm not going to pack this around all day. This thing weighs like a pound. This thing is going to just go and live in that duffel that's in the bag. So it's available in the car, but this is how I actually like fly with it. So we got Vortex torque wrench. Always tighten your optic stuff with a torque wrench. Mag brush, super important. This is the bottom part of, where did it go? This thing right here. So these little straps go up through there, and then this just clips onto the rifle, just like that. So that part clips on the rifle, and then I just made a little adapter to put on the tripod. So I have a pick rail on one side and an arc rail on the other side, just made out of random spare parts I had laying around. And this is from Coltac. They're awesome. Let's see. We got mag pouch number 1, or mag number 1 for the shotgun, and I just put my mag in the mag pouch. That saves a little bit of space. And then mags 2 and 3 kind of lay in here. That way they don't get all smashified. And I just kind of lay the clips together like this to save some space. And then mag Lula, because I broke a thumb and my thumb doesn't work well anymore. Oh, and that is kind of stuck. Little AP Customs shotgun case gauge. So if you have ammo that you're, you know, kind of concerned about or something like that, you can case gauge it in a hotel that night. Pretty much anything that goes into a mag just gets stripped out into a bag afterwards, and then I put fresh shells in, and then I'll just like re-case gauge anything that I have any concerns about. I did throw out, I think, 3 rounds on this trip. And then I just have my little pistol mag thing velcroed to the side, and I just put my regular 23 round, that kind of got pushed up. Put my 23 round mags in here, and then I take my 2 big sticks and just kind of lay them down at the bottom. So all the pistol mags just sit in that guy. Other 25 round mag to accompany the one that I lost. So I usually roll with 2 25s, a 30, 2 35s, and 2 45s. That's kind of my standard kit. You almost never need 2 45s, but I've broken feed lips on them a couple times, and it's nice to just have another one to change out to. If I get smarter about this, I might just start rolling with the 45 that doesn't have a base pad on it. So if I do need another 45, I can just swap it out. Same deal, I'll just put one of them in the mag pouch. Saves a little bit of space. There's the other 45. And then you're usually just kind of flying home with whatever leftover ammo you have. This is why you tend to have weight issues on the way back, because ammo is super heavy. I actually wrote down the weight and price per pound of all the different ammo. So if I'm getting rid of ammo, the last thing to go is my match grade rifle ammo. The first thing to go is usually shot shells. And then somewhere in the middle, depending on, you know, kind of what my stock looks like, honestly, you know, I'm never going to get rid of slugs. They're just too damn expensive. Or buckshot, same deal. And then between the pistol ammo and the regular rifle ammo, usually I ditch the pistol ammo first because it's both heavier and cheaper. So that stuff goes away quite often. Little note cards for writing down stuff like dope. Check out this damn stage, if I can find the one. Let's just stash it somewhere else. That is the freaking dope. Am I holding it upside down? Oh no, it's just like a mirror there. There you go. That is the dope for stage 6 of this match, for 14 long range targets, and I think the closest one was 383 yards. The longest one was 710. There's a lot of long range shooting with this match. All right, this is just kind of the sort of like little parts bag thing. I'm going to go over this separately in a minute. Chokes. Oh, all my Briley chokes, and I'll put these kind of down inside here in what I consider to be a pretty well protected area, because I don't want my chokes to get not round, because that would suck. Don't want that. This is just like a parts kit, so I've got a spare dot in here. What else I got? Oh, that's where my 2032s were. I started looking for some, couldn't find them. Spare dot in here, some little 2011 parts, some AR parts, you know, firing pins, springs, things along those lines. You know, all the stuff. This is sort of the smash glass in case of emergency sort of box. If you're digging into this box, some shit kind of went wrong. Let's see what else we got. We got some more birdshot. Oh, look at that. Where's my, there we go. We're just gonna put this guy in the background for a nice little shameless plug. If we can figure out how this thing sets up. I don't know that I'm smart enough to use this. Does it sit like that? This thing is pretty precarious. My God. All right. Does it work? All right. Here we go. Bam. All right. Pretty happy with this result. Shotgun mag things. I do this way different than almost everybody on Earth. Most people take their open division mags, and this just hooks into the belt. My problem is I have a 28-inch waist, so I don't have a lot of belt to work with. So I actually put rifle mag pouches in there, and then this is just a shotgun box folded up and then taped inside, and then that hooks in that, and I'm literally trying to artificially increase the radius of my waist so I can put all my shotgun mags there. Open division is not a skinny guy division. Let's see what else we got. We got little bags to put ammo in, because I don't like working out of like hard bags. I'll ship my ammo in these things, and then I'll work out of them on the range, and then I'll usually use them to put things like bipods that are gonna like smash other things in. I run the short version, so the 6 to 9 inch. What is this guy? The Harris swivel bipod, so it swivels back and forth like this with a little tension lever. And then I have a quick detach thing, so I can put it on a Picatinny around the bottom of the rifle. It gains just a little bit of height. That seems to be pretty ideal for our sport and my build. The other ammo bag, there's my 2 big sticks. Some precision rifle ammo, some more birdshot, some more note cards, a little bit more rifle ammo. I flew with way too much rifle ammo. And that's it. So that is my kit in reverse, and how I fly with it in reverse, all of this stuff. And I'm pretty checklisty because I don't like forgetting stuff. So if I am flying to a match, I just have a checklist on my phone of all of these things and some other stuff that I decided not to bring for this match specifically. And as it goes into this bag, it comes off the checklist, and then this goes into that bag, and as more things go into the bag, they come off the checklist. So I know when I leave, everything I wanted is in my bag. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. and I'll see you guys out there. Bye. I forgot to go over this guy, so we're gonna do that really quick. So in my random little parts bin here, I have a bunch of these like silicone rubber bands. I use these to mark my long range rifle mags. So if I have precision ammo in it, they get one of these around the bottom, so I don't accidentally shoot my precision ammo on the hoser stuff, or vice versa. Some batteries from some ear pro that I broke, some more of those rubber bands, handful of Q-tips. Those are all super handy. In the bottom, we got our tools. So we got a bunch of Allen keys, some needle nose, pretty much one of every style of little Vortex tool that's ever come with anything. I quite like these guys here, and then those are the tools for the Defender dots. When I'm flying, I just have the internal part of this kind of ratcheting little wrench here, and I just take these out and fly with this, and I just leave this behind because I'm trying to save a little bit of weight. But if I'm normally just, traveling without getting on a plane, I do that. Some smaller ones, because this little tiny bastard is the bottom plate for the Atlas guns. I can't remember what size that is. What is it? It is a 2 mil. So it needs a very tiny wrench that doesn't come with anything else. Nail clippers, always super handy. Another small Allen key. Not actually sure what that goes to, but I'm sure it's important. Fat screwdriver blade. Can't remember why I have that one, but I'm sure I have it in there for a reason. Squib rod. Another little screwdriver bobber thing. There's another plastic screwdriver thing. I honestly have no idea what this is for. I'm sure it's in there for a reason. And then some kind of miscellaneous screwdriver bits and things like that. So I just made sure that I have like one full set of Allen keys, one full set of star drives, and one full set of flathead and Phillips head screwdrivers. So this covers more than I need to work on my guns, but I want to have a few things extra, so if anybody else has problems, I can help them out. Then I got some gun oil in here. This one always travels with me, so if I'm flying, I don't put gun oil in my, I almost called it my first aid kit, but my, my traveling gun cleaning kit, because I already have some. A few zip ties, in case like a belt strap breaks or something, you can zip tie some shit, some stuff closed. 9-volt battery, in case my timer dies. Don't need that for travel, it just lives in there. Some overlays, case for a thing I don't need anymore, case for another thing I don't need anymore. Charger for my hat cam, replacement throw lever if I break a throw lever on my rifle. This is a scope cleaning kit, so I got some spray, like sunglass cleaning stuff, a few sunglass wipes, and some nice Q-tips there. And then this is just other random parts and bobbers. Handful of Band-Aids, some little, what in the heck are those for? Got a couple roll pins and some, oh, I know what this is. This is parts for a SkyPod because I broke one time and I promised I'd never be without these parts again. Some more Band-Aids because got some bruises happen. Some good old CR123 batteries for, why did I have that took these? I don't think I have anything that takes these anymore. No, I definitely do. I must. I have no idea. But I had something that took them, apparently. Gaff tape. Super handy stuff. A couple of lighters. Some more zip ties. A couple of rubber bands. Probably don't need those anymore. A couple of AAA batteries. Those go for the my hearing protection. And another Sharpie, just in case. So, now you've seen everything that's in my bag. See ya. Bye.